got dogs. I got dogs. Uh-oh. The fence is gonna have an opening. I'm going. I'm on my way to Helena, the state capital of Montana, after spending 3 nights with my friends in Pine Creek while waiting for the wildfires to clear away. To get to Helena, I will first spend tonight in the town of Wilsall, the city of White Sulphur Springs tomorrow night, and finally at a campground at Chinaman Gulch the night after tomorrow. I thought I was gonna have a tailwind, and I did in the beginning, but I was wrong. Wilsall, with a population of 337, sits in the Shields River Valley in the Bridger Mountain Range. It offers visitors nearby hiking into the crazy mountains and fishing in the Shields River. I have very fond memories from all the kind people I met during my short stay there. I thought it was gonna be a downwinder, and now I got like, not head on, but just enough to like suffocate my movement forward. And it's blowing 20 plus. And logistically, I can't make it to White Sulphur. It's like another 46 to 50 miles from Wilsall. And there's nothing in between except private property. So there's only one place here that might have accommodations, like a cabin place. But I'm gonna go talk to the lady and see if she lets me do like a tenting somewhere on the property. We'll see. And that's the whole town of Wilsall. It's very, very small. This is the only place in this town that could maybe help me stay somewhere. I just totally locked out. This place is unbelievable. There's nobody here. She rents out these cabins. They're like inside a fort. It's just like the coolest place. She said I could set up my camp anywhere I want. I'm leaving Fort Wilsall. That's what it's called, this motel, camping spot, cabins, whatever you want to call it. Phenomenal, super clean, ladies, a sweetheart, and really good food in town. And now I'm gonna go get some food and get on the road and go to White Sulphur Springs. What a cool town Wilsall is. Oh man, it's just beautiful people. Like everybody you meet is so friendly and nice, and it's mostly a ranching town, and I sent the drone up to take video. It's pretty small, and I don't even want to leave, but I gotta keep moving. I could spend another day here just meeting people and eating great food. I mean, everywhere I've eaten is phenomenal. Anyways, White Sulphur next. I've been asked several times why I decided to go east to west instead of west to east. Because of the wind. Once you start getting closer to the west coast, it's coming, you know, in your face most of the time. And I'm paying the price now. But the reason was that I wasn't really in shape for climbing mountains, or especially the Rockies. So I thought that going from east to west was the way to condition myself so I could do it. These 3 days are a great example of the logistical difficulties when bicycle touring in the United States. There is so much private land that you can't camp on, and oftentimes the distances between towns or cities where one can camp, or even find a place to stay in, are such that you can only ride so far or have to ride too far to get somewhere in one day's time. My 2 options today are to either ride over 100 miles into a northwest wind and over the Big Bell Mountain Range to get to Chinaman Gulch, or ride the 43 miles to White Sulphur Springs so as to reach Chinaman Gulch riding over 80 miles the day after. This creates excess mileage due to the fact that I have to ride past the westward turn into US Highway 12 towards Helena to spend the night in White Sulphur Springs, and then backtrack the next morning to turn west into US Highway 12 to reach Chinaman Gulch the next day. The silver lining in all this is that I will be forced to see another wonderful area of this amazing state and country, and also have the chance to support its local economy. To the west is the big belts. You can see them. They go on forever. And to my right in the east, there's the Castle Mountains, well known for their quartz. The Big Belt is just endless. Mountains just go on and on towards the north. This is truly what they say about Montana, the big sky country. It's just like being on the ocean almost. It goes on forever and ever. Located in the midst of the Lewis and Clark National Forest and the Smith River Valley, the city of White Sulphur Springs is home to one of the most popular mineral hot springs in Montana. After arriving, I took the time to soak in this fantastic hot spring. These extra miles I ended up having to ride today ended up gifting me with a chance to recharge my body for the challenging next day ahead. Here we go! I'm about to get over the Big Belt Mountains and into Helena, where I'll meet up with some of my best friends and my life. After a great night's sleep in White Sulphur Springs and a phenomenal breakfast, I head south and turn west into US Highway 12 towards Helena, where I start climbing the gentle eastern side of the Big Belt Mountains. This early morning is without any wind and plenty of clean air. The wildfire smoke is a thing of the past now, and I can't help but feel fortunate as it was threatening my way forwards. What a day! I just climbed over the Big Belt, and I'm starting to go downhill. It's so beautiful. It's not a massive climb or drop, but the temperature is perfect. It's like no wind. The views are absolutely mellow and just rolling beautiful hills, just gorgeous. Mainly situated in the Helena National Forest, the Big Belt Mountains are the home ranges to the cities of Helena and Townsend on their west side. They're a section of the Great American Rocky Mountains encompassing 80 miles with its highest peak, Mount Edith, at 9,504 feet in elevation. With its marginal height and drier climate lending to earlier snow melting in comparison to other Rocky Mountain ranges, the Big Belt Mountains are host to early spring visitors looking to enjoy its multitude of hiking trails and extensive wildlife. Woo! Gorgeous! Once I reached the summit, I started a continuous spectacular descent until a thick, sharp steel staple perforated through my new but temporary tire and tube. Thankfully, I had a new better tire waiting for me in Helena that I had shipped to my friends Dave and Monica's home, where I will be staying tomorrow night. I picked up a little friend on the road. It was good. I had a great run there. And it's been a while since I had a flat, so I'm cool with it. Double puncture. So I'm heading to a campground, a primitive campground, and I just hit like one of the worst roads ever. It's like crushed granite, I guess. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's just all washboarded out and I can't go that fast. I'm going like 7 miles an hour. I just asked this cowgirl if the road becomes paved eventually, and she says yes. So she said 1.5 miles or so. And I got the wind on my back, so looking forward to that. These last 30 miles of my day proved to be the most difficult. The first of these miles were in a washboarded gravel road. These roads continuously rattle your body and brain and make you have to slow down enough to decrease the pain on you and the bike. After I reached pavement about 10 miles later, I started getting a headwind which increased as the evening came on. The final stretch before reaching the campground where I spent the night brought on steep hills that were thankfully short runs. Overall, it was a very demanding day, but with great challenges come great rewards. That is a fact about bicycle touring and life that can't be denied. I'm getting my ass beat right now. I'm gonna do like 80 miles, but the last 10 the wind shifted right to my face. So I'm just like crawling right now. I'm low in fuel. All I had was breakfast, which was really good, but I'm beat up. Today, I get to spend the last night camping next to the Missouri River. It has been over 3 weeks since I left it behind at Newcastle, South Dakota after riding alongside of it from St. Louis, Missouri. This amazing American treasure of a river left me with a connection with it that will forever be ingrained in me. It's a powerful beast and also gentle and awe-striking. I ride with great anticipation and with hopes of finding a beautiful campsite to spend my last night of my crossing of the United States this summer alongside of this great river. Couple more miles. Take a breath here. Holy moly. What a day. Never gonna forget this one. White Sulphur Springs to Chinaman's Gulch. Campground is right up here on the left, that brown sign. I love this stuff, man. The challenge, daily. Always pushing yourself and reward it. Always reward it. I just got to this campground. It's like unbelievable, and there's not a single person here. I was just talking about how when I'm bicycle touring, or anybody's bicycle touring, you're always getting rewarded no matter how hard the day was, and today was absolutely tough for me. But I feel good and strong. I started good, but at the end there, wind started blowing right in my face, like super hard, and then at the very end I had like multiple steep grades to get to this place. It's called the Chinaman's Campground. And the reward is that there's not a single person here. Nobody. This whole campground is empty as can be. It's absolutely gorgeous. A quick rinse in the Missouri, a delicious pasta dinner and lots of electrolytes and water sets me up for a marvelous end to my day watching the sun setting behind misty clouds and mountain views. Once again, bicycle touring provides me with amazing memories never to be forgotten. I watch the rest of the sunset and drift away into the most sound sleep as the temperatures drop throughout the night while warmly wrapped in my favorite sleeping bag. I start dreaming of my day ahead, when I will meet up with some of my closest friends in this planet, to spend time in their home, catching up, and sharing precious time together.